might be surprised to know that sourdough is the oldest form of leavened bread and has a history spanning centuries, dating all the way back to ancient Egypt. Sourdough bread has touched all corners of the earth and every culture. The different methods and techniques of sourdough have been passed down from generation to generation. Sourdough gained popularity in the U.S. when master bakers from France took their sourdough techniques to Northern California during the California Gold Rush in 1848. Sourdough bread lost its popularity in the 1860s when commercial yeast, or baker's yeast, was invented to speed up the bread-making process. The late 18th and 19th centuries introduced us to mass-scale production and food processing, primarily to cater to the growing military forces. Since the end of World War II, the American diet transformed from relying on a relatively wholesome and nourishing food system to a daily diet laden with fats, sugar, and ultra-processed, unhealthy foods. It's no longer about what will fuel and nourish our bodies, but rather what will line the pockets of executives at big food corporations. It's about what they can mass produce with the cheapest ingredients as fast as they can, and what will stay fresh on the shelves for the longest. 4 firms or fewer control at least 50% of the market for 80% of the groceries that you can find in U.S. stores. For almost a third of shopping items, the top firms control at least 75% of the market share. They have a monopoly over the market and give us the illusion that we have choices. This is all public knowledge and can be easily researched. It took a bag of sandwich bread 6 months to mold in my pantry. There is no reason that bread should take 6 months to mold. It wasn't until 2020 that Americans started to wake up to the fact that we are the richest country, but one of the most unhealthy countries in the world. We were all locked down and had time to dig deeper and start asking the hard questions. Sourdough is far from being a white girl obsession or trend. Sourdough isn't married to a skin color or culture. It's internationally recognized for being gut healthy, having a low glycemic index, being easy to digest, and being better for gluten sensitivity. We are bringing back real bread to our communities one home at a time. You can keep living under a rock, and I will continue to showcase the benefits of sourdough. The art of making sourdough bread is so therapeutic. There's just something about working with my hands that allows me to focus on the task at hand rather than carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. There is nothing like knowing you made delicious, real, and healthy bread with your own 2 hands. It's the icing on the cake that I get to share it with others. It's okay if sourdough bread seems like a fad, a trend, or a temporary obsession, but I think it's here to stay.